My, oh my, oh my. What is up, everybody? Woo! Holy snapple. Boy, oh boy, do we have a show lined up for you today? Because breaking news, Xbox is gonna, let's put it live on the screen. Xbox is pushing the official Xbox podcast back all the way to February 15th. When is that? This Thursday? Hear from Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, and Matt Booty as they share updates on the Xbox business. Holy cow. Cold Blood. What do you think about them? And we got Cold Blood here. This is a special edition of In a Row Mic Check, and Cold Blood has to be here for this episode. Cold Blood, what do you think about this latest development?
Fucking afraid, bro.
Wow.
They didn't want to do it in the first place, right?
Yeah.
They only did it because they got called out.
My gosh. Xbox podcast. I'm sending a tweet out now. Xbox podcast addressing rumors not until this Thursday. Join us live now as we speak on this. Wow. So for those of you, Cold Blood, let me ask this question. For everybody that's like, oh man, ain't nothing happening, man. Everything is all gravy, dude. Like for those that feel like that, right? Like they're going through all this just because. Like there's nothing to be concerned about. Do you think that they would be doing something like this if nothing significant is changing? For those that feel that way, what do you have to say to them, or what do you have to say about that in general?
What? I didn't understand the question.
No, for those that feel like that Xbox is having this showcase and there's nothing of any significance that's going to come from it. Like, like there's not going to be any changes. So what, like none of the rumors are true, and that everybody was reacting to nothing. What do you feel about that?
For the bots,
yeah,
it better be nothing. Because, like I said, if this shit is even just Hi-Fi Rush right now, it will be a fucking disaster. Because that would just tell everybody, hey, at some point everything comes over.
Exactly.
Just wait.
Yep.
Just like they've been waiting for E3, we can wait for their fucking Xbox games. Right?
You ain't got
they can't even wait for E3 anymore because that shit is gone.
Yeah.
Right. Everything that made Xbox a highlight is dying.
Yeah.
Dying.
Wow.
And who's at fault? Who's at fault?
Who do you think is at fault? I mean, I can tell you who I think is at fault.
Tell me first who's at fault.
Who's at fault? I think that the fan base was at fault because, like, really, all the writings were there. Like, we can't be that remedial to where someone has to pull out Hooked on Phonics and say, A stands for Apple. Like, all the writing was there. Like, me and you before the show, we were having a debate about competition and stuff like that. But you brought up a great point. Like, the groundwork for this shit started with Quantum Break releasing it on PC. I feel like it was more staunch when Phil had got Minecraft. I mean, not Phil, Satya. Read Satya's book. He breaks it down to when Satya delivered Minecraft. And they decided to keep it multiplat. Like, I think you got everything that you needed to. And we talked about this shit on this channel in 2017, 2018. But the fan base.
Wait. You think Satya would allow them to put Minecraft only on Xbox?
No, I can understand PC.
Is that what you were thinking? Okay.
I can understand.
I was about to say, y'all fucking delusional if you think they're gonna
absolutely not.
Put it on Xbox, bro.
But what I'm saying is, if they wanted to really fight that exclusive battle to draw people to the console, when it came to the consoles, you would have it on PC because that's the #1 place for Minecraft. Period. You would have it on PC, and you would start flirting with exclusivity on Xbox. When they didn't entertain that at all, that let you know everything that was coming down the pipe. If what's the guy's name? I keep the guy that was the CEO before Satya that owns the Clippers now. I don't know why I can't remember his name. Always had the sweaty armpits on the stage. If he was the CEO, you better believe that and if they've got Minecraft, it would have been on PC, and they would have said, no, this is going to be an Xbox exclusive. But that's not the way Satya thinks, and Satya is in charge. That's what I kept trying to tell people. Like, y'all think that Phil, I get that Phil may have said, hey, look, I want there to be a commitment to games. Are we committed to games? And Satya said, yes, Phil, yes, whatever. Get the fuck out of my office, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably said that to him, like, but y'all gonna do what I want y'all to do.
It would make no sense, bro. It would make no sense to leave it out of the Switch and PlayStation.
No,
Trust me, they would lose money just from doing that.
I would see Don Matrick, and I forget the guy's name. They were serious about this, and they were willing to lose money as long as they took away from PlayStation. They lost $10 billion in the first 2 generations because their minds were, we want to bring PlayStation down. And then we'll build, once we keep PlayStation down, it may have some residual kickback on us, But once we hurt them enough to where they can't get back up, we're going to build up from that. That was their mindset. So they would have been willing to take Minecraft off of PlayStation, leave it on Microsoft's console, and leave it on PC. They would have taken that hit. They would have probably eased into that situation, stopped releasing packs or cut up. But trust me, what's the guy's name, y'all? I can't remember. They were willing to do that because it would have hurt PlayStation. They didn't give a fuck. That's how they operated. They lost 10 billion in 2 generations operating just like that. They took exclusivity seriously.
But you know what? Minecraft actually killed Xbox.
Why do you say that?
You know why?
How's that?
Well, what did Matt Booty do before he became head of Xbox? Do you know that?
No. What did he do?
Look it up. Look it up.
Oh, don't Doc Dark me. Shout out to Doc Dark. I was just talking about that last hour.
Look it up so you don't say I'm fucking lying.
No, I believe you, but you know how fucked up Google is.
Look it up.
I'll be searching for hours.
Live on air.
I'm gonna put in Matt Booty Minecraft, and I don't find it immediately. You just have to tell me. I believe you. I know you know your shit, but I fucking hate Google. Microsoft puts Minecraft boss in charge of Xbox games. Branch out. Hold on. Branch out. Let's see here. Branch out and take risks with core franchises like Minecraft. Let's see. Where is this coming from? Archive post can't be found. I will give it a couple more searches. Minecraft boss Matt Booty now in charge of Microsoft appointed Matt Booty. Yeah, I can't find it. So what happened?
You found it. Yes, he was the Minecraft boss, and he became boss of Xbox, and he destroyed Xbox. You understand?
No, okay. I see what you're saying now. I think Matt Booty is not competent enough to run studio time.
Otherwise, they've been thinking otherwise.
But that's not.
He is competent enough because he's the boss of Minecraft.
But that leads back. No. That wasn't Matt Booty. Even though what you're saying is right, what's also correct is who got Minecraft, bro? Who got Minecraft? Was it Satya or Phil? It was Satya. And you bring up a good point now. Now that helps illustrate why the fuck Matt Booty is there. Because I think Matt Booty is not good at studios at all. I'm glad you brought that point up because that underscores what we've been saying. Matt Booty apparently is a Satya plant. Matt Booty is probably like Satya's like, bro, you gonna run these studios? Because in the long term, this is what we got rolling. But this is what you're saying is 1,000% right. What also is 1,000% right is that this had to get approval from Satya. Satya don't get, like he said, he don't care about exclusives. Satya is a Microsoft purist. He's just about making money. And when he saw what the old CEO and Don Matrick was doing, placating more so to the exclusivity of games, which he doesn't believe in, he completely eradicated the whole shit. It was like, no, that's the old way of thinking. So yeah, Coldplay, you're 1,000% right in my opinion. I just say that's part of the bigger picture. The Satya don't want to. I think what Satya was doing was placating to Phil, because Phil was placating to the people on Twitter and shit like that. And when Phil's version of the plans didn't work, Satya's like, man, fuck that. Fuck that shit. Now, did maybe Matt Booty and Phil create a bond and shit, and maybe Matt started seeing things Phil's way a little bit? Maybe. But I'm with you 1,000%. And I'm glad you brought that up. It feels like that originally Matt is Satya's guy. That's why he was brought in. Because it's like, dude, if you motherfuckers, if this guy is the head of studios, like, what the hell? What the hell have you? I mean, since Matt Booty's been there, what piece of content has Microsoft put out there that has been significant versus their competition? And I know y'all gonna say Starfield, but don't do that, because Starfield had
You already brought my point up. God damn it.
Oh, damn, my bad. Go ahead. I'll let you finish it. Go ahead.
No, let me change my PC first.
Okay.
You can talk.
No, it's not. It's not. Y'all can say Starfield, but Starfield, they told you the goal was for it to be like a 12-year game. Because even though it's a single player game, y'all know that Bethesda games are interacted with differently. They're interacted with like games as a service games, because they're so fucking huge. There's so much content in them. They're interacted with like games as a service titles. So when Starfield, now that it's seeing less engagement than fucking 16-year-old Skyrim, that's not what they wanted. We're already hearing from the sources close to Microsoft, the same sources that y'all believed a few months ago. Now all of a sudden y'all don't want to believe them. They said that Game Pass is either not profitable or on the brink, like on the margins of profitability. You've heard some people say, hey, look, I've worked with Microsoft, the same sort. I work with Microsoft to try to spin narratives, to try to like confuse you from looking at the truth and making you look at something else shiny. They're admitting this. The line was crossed. They know what's coming down the pike, whether it's being held up or not, or pushed back or not. And you don't have this type of conference, I don't think, unless it's on the precipice of some stuff that's going to give you some heartburn. Maybe I don't think.
I just see right now. I think that's Sarah Bond.
Yeah, Sarah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sarah Bond here from Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, and Matt Booty. But you know what? I think by the people speaking up and saying, you know what? Y'all ain't going. Y'all can't put Sarah Bond on the front lines. This is y'all shit. Y'all the ones that been lying to us. So that's why they're all going to be there. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Spencer gonna say, and now you hear from Sarah Bond and Bad Booty what's going on.
Not Your Mother says they're stalling. He says Peter Moore, no, not Peter Moore, bro. Who was the? Let me see, the owner of the Clippers. He owns the Clippers now. He's a owner of LA Clippers. Steve Ballmer. I don't know why I always forget his name. Steve Ballmer. When Steve Ballmer was CEO, yeah, they were willing to risk money because Microsoft would do. They had so much cash on hand. They would loss lead. I mean, they're doing it now with Game Pass. They would loss lead their competition out of a certain space and then start jacking up prices and that's what Microsoft was trying to do with the TV. That's why they were doing the DRM. That's why they were trying to get rid of physical trades. The price of stuff was starting to go up, or the accessibility of things were going to change in their favor, and they were going to make that money back. They were willing to lose $10 billion over 2 generations, as long as that $10 billion effectively crushed Sony. They just miscalculated because it didn't. And Satya was like, okay, why are we competing with Sony? Why are we competing with them? I mean, like, there may be some lucrative prospects here in gaming, but why are we going against them? Like, we're a software company, and I'm on cloud and services. What the fuck does that have to do with Sony? And you got Phil there, who, oh, thank you. We got someone that joined the channel, and I'm so sorry if I didn't see it. Hold on, new sub. Thank you very much for the sub. We appreciate it. I don't see why Satya would continue on that when he's a services guy. He's a cloud guy, and he's a revenue guy. Yeah, they may be loss leading in some regards, but the overall business has to be in the black. Before Satya came, the overall business was in the red. So with that said, Satya, he's not going to sit there and go by the old rules. And you learned everything that you needed to learn when Satya left Minecraft Multiplat. Steve Ballmer and company would have worked towards, by now, the latest version of Minecraft or whatever would have been Microsoft only. Now, would they have lost money on that by keeping it off of PlayStation? I don't know. But the old Microsoft wouldn't have cared. Because the fact of the matter is, it would have damaged PlayStation. Dare I say that the old Microsoft, had they've acquired ABK under Steve Ballmer, would COD be exclusive? Well, I think that was the plans that they were looking at here with the current Microsoft, but the regulators wouldn't let them. Oh yeah, they definitively, whether the regulators would have forced their hand or not, they definitively, that would have been number one with them. As long as it hurt PlayStation, they would have lost lead like that. So yeah, very interesting, and I'm glad that Cold Blood brought that up. That's very interesting. I forgot that Matt Booty was the was the Minecraft head. I'm thinking of Matt Booty's directly from Midway, which that isn't the case. Yeah, so that was a guy, Steve Ballmer. True Virgil says, I think Microsoft is going to buy Sony. Trayton Truth says, seems when all they announce is the return of the blades. True Virgil says, Phil will fix everything. Okay. We'll see. I don't know at what extent that all this gets reported. Like if they just say, hey, look, Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves is coming. You know, well, here's what I think is going to be said. Let's do that. Let's do some predictive, announcing what's going to happen on Thursday. I think what happens, according to the sources that I've been talking to, and again, the sourcing is very close to Microsoft, more so Xbox. I think what happens is nobody's coming out, I don't think, and they're going to say in this conference or in this podcast, yeah, Game Pass, we're going to lose day and date. I think if Game Pass is mentioned, it's going to be mentioned in the blog. I think all the hard-hitting negative stuff is mainly going to be mentioned in the blog. I think what will be mentioned, though, is like, yeah, we look at PlayStation and we look at other consoles as an extension of our family. And because of that, we are happy to announce that, Hi-Fi Rush will be launching on PlayStation and Nintendo such and such, later this year or at such and such time. I don't think they sit there and say, yeah, and other games are coming to PlayStation, and we're going to be going third party. They're not going to say anything like that. This is going to be sculpted in a way to make it look like it's all positive. I think when you see some negative stuff like potentially Game Pass losing day and date activity, I feel like that's going to come via a blog post. That's going to come in some way via a blog post. But I think this particular conference, you're going to see smiles, positivity, all that shit. And you're going to, I feel like, because the cat's already out of the bag, it's been data mined, that you see the picture of the main character in Hi-Fi Rush. I think in a pose that people were saying is like Cloud or whatever. I think that cat's out of the bag, and they're just going to announce that. They may give some vague our strategy here at Xbox is to, be welcoming to all gamers, regardless of where you game. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be surprised if Hi-Fi Rush is the only one announced, or if Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves are the only ones announced. But we heard from Tom Warren of The Verge that he knows of a big game coming to PlayStation that's going to shock the Xbox community.
Thrash is in the chat.
What'd you say?
King Thrash is in the chat.
Thrash, what's going on, brother? He says, I was right about Stadia. I was right about Xbox too. Hey, yo, Thrash, stop that, man. Why you got to bring Stadia in this, man? Hey, Thrash, I don't know what your schedule is, bro. We would love to get you on a show. I should have DM'd you, but I'll DM you later. I'm trying to get you in WAGs, you know what I'm saying? But I know you're in a different time zone and all that shit. And I'm trying to get WAGs too, but I know he's tied up a lot of times. But I would love to get back and just circle back on some shit, talk some gaming. So I'll hit you up in the DM, bro. My schedule's kind of fucked up because I would hop in the round table, but when y'all do the round table, because of the time zone that you're in, I'm at my other business. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll wrap, bro. But shout out to King Thrash. But look, man, a lot of us, as far as Xbox is concerned, we just want competition. I'll let Cold Blood take over after I say this. We just wanted competition. Like I'm gonna tell you my history as an Xbox fanboy, and King Thrash can he can talk to this. I was a fanboy, bro. I was a fanboy. King Thrash has been on this channel before. He came on Scram Punks when we was debating. Yo, no, man. Like Phil's gonna do this. Second coming of Jesus, man. Thrash remembers that shit. Thrash was like, yo, okay, all right, Moss. And then you want to know when I saw the real light is when bro went on the stage. I think it was at DICE 2019, and he started talking about PlayStation games in a way that isn't conducive to wanting to really compete in that space anymore. And that's when I realized something was awry. And I think people like Thrash, even though, Thrash will troll the PlayStation community, the Xbox community and, talk his shit. I think at the end of the day, particularly Xbox fanboys like me, we just want competition in the space. When I mean competition, I mean like competition that motivates everybody in that space to do better, to produce better games. I don't know how Thrash feels. I don't know how Cold Blood feels. I feel like the 360 generation, even though I love God of War and Last of Us 2 and all, I feel like that the 360 versus the PlayStation 3 generation was the pinnacle of the last few generations. Why? Because you had great shit coming from Xbox, and that spawned PlayStation to start creating great shit. You don't have a Last of Us unless you have an Uncharted. You know what I'm saying? You and Last of Us came during the latter part of the PlayStation 3 generation. There's a lot, it was just the pinnacle of game development. and you had them competing, running neck and neck and battling each other. I want to see that again, because we got the greatest games, I feel like, or we got the greatest mindset and the ingenuity towards games in the last few generations then. Right now, I think we're just seeing prettier, more well-crafted versions of what we've been playing since then. I want to see that innovation stuff, and you don't get that unless there's airtight competition there. So those are my thoughts. I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna turn it over to Cold Blood, because Cold Blood, I know there was some things that we were talking about as far as like some of the bullshit that was being said in the community, some of the backtracking and all the other stuff. I'm gonna turn it over to you for you to share your thoughts about not only this announcement being on Thursday, but just what you've seen in the community so far and the things you wanted to talk about. So go ahead, brother. The floor is yours.
Wow, put me on the spot, huh? No, I mean, I already said it, right? That they're stalling right now. They're afraid as hell to do this shit.
Yeah.
And, well, what are they gonna announce?
Yeah.
I mean, a Xbox business podcast, bro. what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Since when do they do business updates on the fucking podcast? I never heard that before in my life, bro.
Yeah.
Normally shit like this is in some kind of investor meeting, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But this is some fucking janky ass whatever scrambled together bullshit that they're gonna try to sell to the people right now. Oh, yeah. Please, we're going nowhere. We're still Xbox. We're still Xbox. Xbox first. Nah. If they announce even one game for PlayStation, bro, it's over. I mean, the competition is dead anyway. I mean, Starfield was a fucking failure. Redfall completely made a joke out of Xbox.
Yeah.
Forza Motorsport is fucking trash. Unfinished dog shit. Not at launch edition. That's what it should have been called. Because nothing was at launch. Everything comes later. Ray tracing, new tracks, new cars. You just get a fucking beta.
Yeah.
Have fun with it. when the cars fly up 1,000 meters in the air. because the game can handle the fucking physics of the game. Wow. of the cars. I mean, yeah. You already said most of what I was about to say, but
yeah. I'm
just saying, if you want competition, don't look for it on the Xbox. It's over.
Yeah. I mean, and I know before we went live.
Unless they completely change their fucking way. Mm-hmm. They say they're gonna invest into AAA development. Mm-hmm. They're gonna stop all the bullshit with day one Game Pass, which I've been saying is absolute ridiculous shit. It's not possible to get out good games if you put shit on Game Pass day one.
Yeah.
I mean, if PlayStation could do it, they would probably have done it by now with PS Plus.
Yeah.
But they're not gonna do it because they know it's not profitable.
Yeah.
So yeah, unless they completely change everything about Xbox in this podcast, nothing's gonna change.
And I think, okay, so and let me break it down like this, because there are two types of Xbox gamers, I feel. Maybe three. Well, no, I'm not going to address the fanboys. I'm going to address the gamers, the actual gamers. There are Xbox gamers that want Xbox to be competitive in this space, and they've been supporting Xbox because they remember the 360 glory days and they just want content of that ilk again. And they know what drives content of that ilk. Like, you're not willing to take that type of risk unless you are trying to be competitive in that ecosystem space or console space or whatever. You just don't do that. Like something that I was bringing up in the pre-show. Let me show everybody real quick. This is an article, and this, and again, nothing against my brother Doc Dark. I love him. I love him like a child I don't pay child support for. We've had Doc on the show before on this channel called The Commission, where I think Doc is getting away with a lot of talking points that he can't get away with here. We would love to have Doc come back if we do like a commission reunion or something like that, because he's been getting away with a lot. Y'all been letting bro go with some stuff. But with that being said, there's this mantra that exclusives don't matter. And I know, Cold Blood knows, King Thrash, and a lot of us that have been following console gaming or just gaming, AAA gaming in general, know that's not true. Y'all can't just look at things at the surface. You got to pull back the veil. Yes, there might be 150 million PlayStation 4s out there, and there might only be 24 million, God of War sold. That doesn't mean that God of War, people aren't supporting God of War. It's a failure. There's a pyramid when it comes to how AAA exclusives draw in even casuals, even when they don't buy them. This is elementary. Yoshida speaks to this in this article. This is from 2014. They talk about the investment that they make to where out of every 10 exclusives, only 10 justify the making of the other 8, because 6 to 8 of them just don't hit the margins financially. Why would you go through such a risk like that? Why would a company that's publicly traded, that is very dependent upon its gaming, why would you go through that risk if it doesn't upsell your console? Here's why. In the first 3 to 4 years of a console generation, the console was being sold to hardcore gamers, not casuals. Casuals stick with the old box or the old version. After year 3 or 4, that's when the casuals come in. But between years 1 and 4, the hardcore gamer is flocking to the console, buying it, talking about it, making suggestions, making reviews, all that shit, right? What do you think tantalizes the hardcore gamer? AAA games. So by year 3 and 4, when the casual gamer is ready to start buying a new console, what are they doing? They're looking around, they're looking at the conversation, and they're seeing the consoles that are being talked about the most. That's how it works. The AAA genre defining game is debate for the fish, but you don't want just debate or the fish, you want the consumer who buys the fish. So as the casual gamer looks at that and says, oh shit, everybody's buying a PlayStation, I guess that's where I'm going to play Call of Duty. I guess that's where I'm going to play Fortnite. And don't give me that hogwash about, Microsoft lost the worst generation to lose. That's hogwash. That's bullshit. Out of the top 20 free-to-play games, most of that shit is cross-progression. It's cross-save. When I boot up Bungie's Destiny or Fortnite, all that shit comes with me no matter where I'm at. That's not it. Microsoft, the last 2 generations, have lost the mind share with the hardcore gamer in those critical years, those critical 3 to 4 years. And it hurts them in the rest of the generation. Period. That's the way this thing works. But if you're new to this space, if you ain't been following this content, you don't understand that. You just ain't done your research. I urge you guys to go look for this article and read that. It breaks down to you the risk that Sony is taking. They're not taking it because they want to be charitable to hardcore gamers. It's a cause. It's a cyclical effect. Hardcore gamer sees lineup of AAA genre-defining games on platform or games that are coming. They get excited. They buy said platform. Casual sees that said platform is the one to pick because it's leading, and then they flock to it as well. Either it's because they see the cool kid, which is the hardcore gamer, buying it, or that hardcore gamer is the best gamer in their Call of Duty clan. Atypically, Cold Blood Sensei is a prime example. Not necessarily with Call of Duty, but just shit. Watch our streams. He's the motherfucker carrying me throughout all the streams. If I was a Call of Duty player, or if I'm playing Helldivers, like in Helldivers, let's just say if it wasn't cross-play between PlayStation and PC. Hey, yo, I'm asking Cold Blood, where are you getting Helldivers to? Well, I'm getting in on PlayStation 5. But motherfucker, that's where I'm going to. That's the way this shit works. It's always worked like that. This is nothing new. But y'all mofos that just came in a couple of months ago, y'all ain't done y'all research. Y'all haven't done your homework. And now you're saying, where's the link? Where's the link? I got the links. But come on now, it's not indicative of us that have been doing this for a while to sit you down like we're going through Hooked on Phonics. Yes, sir.
We get King Thrash in here right now.
Does he want to come in here? King Thrash, you want to hop in?
Give him the link for the Discord.
Hold on 1 second, and then I'll have to drag him in.
I want to hear what he thinks about this Xbox podcast.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, but you guys got to do your research. I get that a lot of people have been excited about talking about gaming and covering it on their channel and all this shit recently, but there's precedent here. This shit has always worked the same way. There have been some dynamics that have changed, but not too much. And that's why we were saying that Game Pass just is not going to be the momentum shift that y'all think it is. Has it changed something? Sure. But is it going to create the momentum shift that y'all thought? No. Hold on. Let me see if I can find Thrash. Oh, damn it.
I already sent the Discord.
Oh, you did? You sent it to him?
But I think you have to bring him into the chat. Okay,
when you come in, bro, let me know when you're in. Go to like the general voice chat and I'll drag you in. Just be on the lookout. See, I'm watching him right now to see. Just go in the general voice chat, Thrash, and I'll drag you in. But it's so again, that's why I said there's two different types of Xbox gamers. I'm not talking about the fanboys. I'm talking about the gamers. There's those that want to see the glory days of that competition to see it spur the greatest of AAA genre defining games. Man, that shit was moving, man. To play Knights of the Old Republic, Jade Empire, Mass Effect, BioShock, even though those two were timed, but still those were funded for and inspired in many ways by Microsoft. Ken Levine of BioShock, the maker of, or the executive, whatever the fuck he was of BioShock, said that if it wasn't for Microsoft, BioShock wouldn't be in existence. Me personally, BioShock is at the top of the list for me for one of the most influential games of the last few generations. I just can't imagine on the way BioShock has influenced gaming afterwards. I can't imagine a gaming world without BioShock existing. That was all driven by the need to compete alongside or surpass Sony. So that's why a lot of us are like, wow, what are you going to do in this AAA genre defining space? Now, if that's not what Microsoft wants to do, there's nothing wrong with that. I think what brings up the debate and the tension is a lack of transparency in their words when this comes to a bubble. Like many people were upset when after the GameCube, Nintendo bowed out of this space. I love the GameCube as well, but when Nintendo bowed out of this space, I was disappointed But they said, look, we're just out of this, and they created the Wii and went in that direction, and the rest is history. There are things that are serious writings on the wall that show the direction that Microsoft is going, but when this shit comes to a bubble, it's the things that you hear from Phil. Like when this discussion was coming up a couple of months ago, what did Phil say? Oh, we have no plans to bring Game Pass to PlayStation. What does that got to do with AAA solo content? But he knew that was enough to tantalize creators and so forth to, again, bring the shiny object thing and deflect over here when the real concern is over there. So that's gamer one. And they're not necessarily fanboying. They're supporting Xbox because the indications to them and the wording to them is Microsoft still wants to compete in that space to bring those type of games. Gamer 2 are the Xbox gamers that don't care about none of this shit. They love Game Pass. They don't mind playing Fizzle Chisel Tizzle Popper. They don't mind that Indiana Jones in the actual gameplay and the punching looked like he was developed on Unity. They don't care about that. And that's fine. That's actually the new Xbox gamer. If you like Xbox and you're okay with all of this stuff or games being everywhere, this conversation isn't for you. You're more than welcome to sit here and listen, but this conversation isn't for you. Microsoft is sculpting their game ecosystem for you. And there's nothing wrong with that, particularly if you like it. But those of us that are having this AAA drama defining conversation, because things are being said and there's dog whistle comments being made to tantalize that gamer, we are the ones having this discussion. We are the ones that are having a problem with this. And as I was trying to warn gamers that were having that discussion, you're going to be disappointed because this is not the direction that they're going into. And if you want them to go in a different direction, you need to speak up now. Because if you wait too long, it's going to be too late. I was told, MM2K, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. They're not going to do that. They will never do that. You're just a hater. You want to placate to the PlayStation community, all that shit. Get out. You don't speak for our community. Get out. I said, okay. So, yeah, let me see. Did King Thrash?
Can I answer someone in the chat?
Go ahead. Sure.
Digital Fusion Gaming, we do sometimes open mic sessions.
Yeah,
this one isn't one, but Thrash is a different beast, so he can come in because that's very rare to get him onto a fucking show, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like this is usually a solo thing that I do, but I brought on Cold Blood because Cold Blood has some things definitely to say. And then, we definitely got to get through. Thrash ain't been on here in years. He ain't been on this platform in years. And we really, and Thrash has been extending the invitation. I just haven't been able to make it because of life schedules. But no, I definitely wanted to extend the opportunity for him if he wanted to get on. He says, if just about every Xbox exclusive gets trashed by critics, then why does anyone in the ecosystem actually give a flying turd if Xbox exclusive titles begin migration over to other platforms? Because I think the hope, look, let's be honest. Let's have an honest conversation about that. Because I used to be part of that crew. I used to be in the DMs with the people having those conversations. I don't think that the problem is that people are like, Xbox doesn't get a fair shot. I think a lot of you believe that PlayStation games are overrated. And this is where me and Cold Blood differ, because Cold Blood loves legacy PlayStation games. I don't. I stand by my opinion and my viewpoint that I didn't really care for a lot of the PlayStation stuff. There was some few titles here and there. The only Uncharted that I liked was 2. I can't stand Horizon Zero Dawn, right? But something happened with God of War 2018. If you was following this channel, you know it. Thrash knows it. That's why I want to get him on there. You tell me about the capping I was doing. I had made this bet because I was in the mind state like y'all. I said PlayStation games are overrated. They're overrated. It's the journalists that are hyping up these games. In the back of my mind, I was saying, yeah, Microsoft games may not be that great now, but neither are the PlayStation games. And I said, to prove this, they're nothing but walking simulators, and I'm going to destroy God of War in like 3 days, and I don't need a PlayStation. I went to a place called Aaron's. If you don't live in the States, Aaron's is a place where you can rent electronical devices from. So I rented a PlayStation 4 because I didn't have one at the time. I rented a PlayStation 4 for $20. And I said, I'm going to beat this mofo game in 3 days for $20 plus the price of the game. And I said, there ain't going to be no other PlayStation game that's going to be semi worth it. You don't need to invest in a PlayStation. Don't you know I had that PlayStation for 6 months? I mean, it was stupid of me to keep renting it, but I was like, I was getting into God of War, trying out different stuff. I really made an ass of myself because I was running off on an assumption. God of War 2018 is superb, and ain't no cap here. I got the whole goddamn gameplay series on this fucking channel. Go check it out. Superb. I walked away astounded. I said, holy shit. I said, that's a great game. I said, but that's it, right? And then I got Last of Us 2. I said, what? What the hell is going on here? Then I got a little taste of Ghost of Tsushima. I said, oh hell. And then I'm looking back over my shoulder at my Xbox content, and I'm seeing Thieves, and I'm seeing Gears, which is the same Gears, and seeing all this other shit that just ain't doing. And then look, I even played Days Gone, which I feel like got a bum rap. And I'm like, yo, this isn't bad. But I know there was a lot of bugs and stuff at launch, but still the gameplay the gameplay was cuffed in that. I said, what is going on at PlayStation? Because I've had PlayStations before. I bought Infamous and wasn't enthralled. I bought the Uncharted and wasn't enthralled. I played the Resistance and Killzone 2. I love Killzone 1, but I've played Killzone 2 and Killzone 3 and was like, this is dog shit, right? So I've been playing the games. But something changed with God of War. And while y'all was still stuck in your same assumptions, the AAA genre defining shit that I was waiting for Xbox to get to was now happening at PlayStation. And I said, man, oh man, oh man. And I remember I challenged Phil. I was on Z's podcast. I said, Phil, I challenge you to say that you have a stake in the AAA genre defining competition. I dare you to say it. I think it was at XO19 or an E3. That you're committed to that space. Oh, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, sorry about that, y'all. So yeah, I let's keep it real. A lot of that is happening. Y'all are assuming it's not that y'all think these Xbox games are great. You feel like that the PlayStation games are over exaggerated. Like for instance, I didn't like the first Marvel Spider-Man. Wasn't real big on Miles Morales. I love Spider-Man 2. That shit is hot. That shit is flames. Right? So all of y'all that really are not being 100% transparent about it and you're upset because you feel like it's the PlayStation games that are being overrated, take the MM2K challenge. Do what I did. Don't listen to none of these mofos because look what they doing now, bro. You see how they had you missing out on games? Oh, the PlayStation games suck. Ugh. All that dumb shit. Do what I did. Go to Aaron's, go to Rent-A-Center, go whatever the hell you can. Rent you a PlayStation for a week. Try God of War. Try Marvel Spider-Man 2. Try Horizon Forbidden West. Try them. You will go through the same metamorphosis that I went through. And trust me, believe you me, there was no bigger, stauncher supporter of Xbox in this space than I was. Thrash will tell you, I was battling Thrash. I was battling Porter-Rock. I was going, man, shit. It changed. So it's not about every single Xbox game is getting dogged like there's an Xbox tax. They just ain't good, man. They just ain't good. And I think the people are upset because I'm not gonna say they ain't good. They're not great. They're not great like how they used to be. Xbox games used to be phenomenal. That's why they even had a spot at the seat. Their games used to be phenomenal. That's why I don't believe all that. I don't believe the data doesn't show about exclusives not mattering. That's what put 360 over the top. 360 shined a light on Western development. Sean Layton told y'all in an interview. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got to do y'all research. Y'all don't know the science. Do your research. Sean Layton had said in an interview, look, when the PlayStation 4 first hit the scene, we had to build up our exclusive library and content, but we felt comfortable that we could become dominant in this space again. If we had to get there, when we finally got there, we went back to our Japanese developers who had converted to making mobile games, and we said, y'all can come back. And that's where you got a lot of the Japanese developed games that were starting to show up in 2017 and 18 and stuff like that. Xbox had changed the game. They had put the spotlight on Western developed games. And when I say put the spotlight on, they didn't have to create them. They knew how to develop the partnerships. That's why I don't subscribe to this whole first party. If it's not first party, doesn't matter stuff. Porter-Rock has a great chart out there. Check him out. That shows that people that's talking that mess, even on the PlayStation side, when you look at the pure first party stuff out there, PlayStation ain't dominating off its pure first party. That's what gets talked about a lot, but it's the exclusive content in entirety. And 360 made the best 360 games that helped put it over the top. Halo sold gangbusters during the OG Xbox era, and the OG Xbox still got walloped with 29 million to 150 million. It wasn't Halo that put it over the top. It was all the other exclusives that were second party or third party. But Microsoft and Xbox at that time had a keen eye for great quality titles. So I think a lot of people are upset because they're like, okay, this new regime just got to get on with it. They got to get with the program. So we're going to support them until they get into shape like the old regimes. We like what this new regime is trying to do with Game Pass and some of this other shit, and we get it. They're just not as talented as having that eye, but they're getting there. They're getting better, they felt like. And what a lot of these Xbox gamers that are upset about this feels like, as y'all are quote unquote getting better, now you want to give the cookies away for free. So that's what it is, bro. And I'm sorry, I know that was the long-winded version, but it's not so much that, oh, there's an Xbox tax. The games just aren't great, man. I'm sorry. And that, don't take it from me. It's not subjective. Objectively, when you look at what players have to say, it ain't got nothing to do with the critics, bro. Objectively, when you look at what the players are saying about these games, the players are not saying the things about these games that they're saying about the other games. Period. It's not an Xbox tax. This regime is as cute as they want to be with Game Pass and other stuff. For the AAA genre defining gamer, it just isn't coming out with the quality that they want. They may feel like it's getting better, and they feel like, I'm not going to diminish those that may feel like it's getting better. For just when it's like getting better, for those of y'all that saw the developers direct and like Indiana Jones and like Hellblade and like Avowed, just when y'all feel like that, okay, they might now have some content that is worth the exclusivity, that could draw people to the ecosystem. Now y'all want to give it away. That's why they're upset. It ain't got nothing to do with the critics, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with the critics. I feel like that the critics sometimes are being too fair. Because, you know, Forspoken may have its flaws, but there's no way that Forspoken and Redfall are that close as far as AAA genre defining it. Oh no. Oh no. No way. No way. So let's continue on. Let's see.
King Thrash says pull up when ready.
He says pull up when ready.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so did you got into the Discord, King Thrash? Hold on, let me see. Welcome. Says K joined the party.
Yeah, he is on the Discord now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Come on, I can't see him.
No, in the members list. But he has to join general or something so you can.
Yeah. Hop in general, bro. Under voice chat, hop in general and I'll drag you down, bro. And we can talk about this. And do us a huge favor. If this is your first time to the channel, we appreciate it. We try to do this like every morning. So just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of members content. You can the links for that. If you want a members plus content, you can actually join that. I got a special podcast lined up where I heard something over the weekend from PlayStation enthusiasts and Xbox enthusiasts. I'm not going to say who. I'm going to save that for the podcast where I feel like both sides were capping. I think one side is still in shock over the potentiality of this news. And so they still, going down with the ship and trying to make excuses for Xbox. I think there was another side that, felt some type of redemption from this news and they're going a little bit overboard. I'm going to speak to that in the members section of the show is called The Prognosis. That's our members exclusive show. And it's called in our I Smell Cap segment. Check it out. So definitely you're going to get some great content. We flush our members content every week. So you definitely don't want to miss out on that. All right. He's there.
He's an AFK.
I see him and we're bringing him down. Yo, Thrash, can you hear us, bruh? Hold on.
I don't hear him.
Oh, yep, he's there. There he goes. What's going on, brother?
What's cracking? Shit,
How
man,
you
I'm over
been,
here at
man?
work and shit, man. I'm doing a few things, but I got a few minutes. What's up?
What's up, man? Hey, glad to have you back. This is the first time you've been back since I've seen the light. So, I want to apologize for my old me. Some of the bull jive that I was going through then. But look, man, I think you're like us. You just want to see great games come out of all this. I know you troll the Xbox community and all the other stuff, just having fun like a lot of us do. But you just want to see great games out of this. What are your thoughts on all this shit, though, bro?
I mean, it's like I said. I got whole documentaries that led up to this for years, and I've been telling people why. Because I'm in business. I'm at work right now.
Yeah.
And I know the language. I know the business language, and he knows that most people don't know the business language or the things that he says.
Yes.
It's like, what the fuck is he talking about in the business language? But then at the same time, it's like, oh, it sounds good, and if you think about it the way they want you to think about it, and no, I've been called this, bro. I got several videos of saying exactly what was going to happen, why it's going to happen, and when. But at the end of the day, they're doing this in a podcast, which should also let you know that they don't want to hype anything up. That automatically lets you know. If they're doing it in a podcast, it's the company didn't want to put the money in it, right? So they're going to go to an Xbox podcast instead of making a stage or, bringing people. So it's not something to hype anything up, right? And they got Sarah Bond, they got Hill, and they got Matt Booty. Right, going to a podcast that ain't really that big, right? It's their podcast, sure, but it's not a big, like it's not going to garner the same type of attention it would garner if they say we're having a show, you know, or we're doing a conference or some shit like that. It's not the same format. So for them doing that, they know, you know, it's going to be a serious conversation that they're going to have to make as lighthearted as possible. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be pure business. You know what I'm saying? You know it's going to be pure business because they're not bringing nobody else on, or at least that's what they're saying. And the way they aren't talking about any, not Aaron Greenberg, nobody, right, is talking about anything, and they refuse. They refuse to debunk any of the rumors. Yeah. All right. That's already a red flag in business because you want to debunk any rumors that's a detriment to your business, right? So if it's a rumor and it's not true, and all you got to do is say this is not true and everybody would believe it, then you would do that. And if Phil came out and said this isn't true, everybody would have believed it. You know, like, oh, he debunked it, it's too late. You know what I mean? And then at least their fan base would have been like, fine. But that's not even happening. So at the end of the day, Microsoft is doing what Microsoft should be doing. And I'm mad at the people who are mad at Microsoft for doing it. Because they've, especially Xbox fans, they have fit the bill for Xbox fans for the past 7 years with Game Pass, right? They gave it to you for $1. They put all their games on their day and date, AAA, not AAA, whatever. They was talking to other companies to put their games on their day and date. They literally fit the bill for the past 7 years, and it did nothing for their platform. Yep. What else do they do? Like, how do you offer something better than Game Pass? Right? Yeah. The argument was never Game Pass is a bad deal. The argument was Game Pass is going to destroy Xbox, which it did, because just because it's too good of a deal, they're not going to make any money on this. How are you going to make money on this? They were dependent on Xbox blowing up. That was the end game to even try to turn a proper profit. And I'm like looking at it as a businessman, I'm like, I would have never made this move because it devalues the games that you have, and they're forever devalued. Like they put Halo, if they put Gears 5, right, on PlayStation for $59.99, people are going to be pissed off. If they put Starfield on PlayStation for $70, it will not sell because we look at it like it is a rental game for $1 on Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It just devalues it. It's not, you know, that's just how people, I mean, the same thing happened to that one shooter game made by the Rick and Morty people. High on Life. High on Life. They came out on Xbox Game Pass day one. It was not on PlayStation. We didn't even know the price of that game. We just knew it was day one on Game Pass, which automatically says $1 through $15. It came to PlayStation 6 months later for $59.99, and I'm like, that's vastly overpriced. You know what I mean? Like, I would never pay for it. And it may not have been overpriced. It's that just because it was in Game Pass, it automatically devalued it in the eyes of an average consumer. So it's like, they're doing what they have to do. And I believe that the whole slate is going to come over. This is just my belief. I'm not saying this is going to happen. This is just what I believe is going to happen. I believe that they have absolutely no choice after spending $100 billion on studios and shit, other than put shit on a PlayStation, put shit on a Nintendo. And if they do that, Sony isn't going to allow them to do it unless they get rid of the Xbox console due to branding reasons. They're not gonna want an Xbox branded game on PlayStation if the Xbox console still exists and you have it there for $15 a month. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, think about that. Like, when people think Halo, they think Xbox. Just like when they think Mario, they think Nintendo. They think The Last of Us or God of War, they think PlayStation. These are branded games, whether they like them or not. And Sony isn't going to accept these games on there unless Microsoft gets rid of the console itself. And people say, oh, but there's Call of Duty and there's Minecraft. And it's like, no, Minecraft was never an Xbox branded game. When you got Minecraft, you just thought about kids and people on YouTube pretending to be scared because the game existed and was popular before Microsoft bought them. Same thing with Call of Duty. When you think Call of Duty, you don't think Xbox, you think Call of Duty. Because it was a third-party game, which was a monster within itself. So it's like, Sony is going to allow, and those are big money games as well. No, there's no Xbox game, not Halo, not Gears, not Forza, not none of them, that can make money that Call of Duty makes and that Minecraft makes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, people got to start thinking about it in business, because they about to talk to y'all in business terms. That's why it's called a business meeting.
Yeah.
They're going to talk to you in business terms, bro. And in business, you got to understand how business works. Microsoft doesn't have any power if they're putting their games on Nintendo and PlayStation. Sony and Nintendo is going to have more power than them because it's their platform that they want to be on. They don't want PlayStation games on Xbox. They don't need PlayStation games on Xbox. Xbox's user base isn't big enough for them to even put their games on there and mix the motherfucking brands within itself. They would never help their competition compete with them. Doesn't make sense, especially an American company. You know, these Japanese motherfuckers don't like us. Like, and not even on no racial stuff. It's just, that's
No,
just,
it's
if
not,
you go to
it's not.
Japan, you'll see exactly what I mean.
Yeah, I know. No, yeah.
Yeah. It's just how it is. So it's like at the end of the day, Microsoft is doing exactly what they needed to do 10 years ago. And that's go full third party and make money off of all platforms instead of your one failing one and PC. You know what I mean? It's just, and on PC, they got a failing motherfucking app on there too. So it's just like they have the product, they just don't, it's just failing everywhere else where hardware is. So I believe they're gonna have the Surface team, make a new device, right? And that's what, and they're gonna say, oh, that's our hardware. That hardware can run any game. It's gonna be a Surface with Windows on it, and you can, get all your Xbox games already on Steam. You know what I'm saying? Day and date. So it's like they're not even gonna have to use. I guarantee they probably gonna have some kind of partnership with them motherfuckers with Steam. If they probably are. They already do. Basically, they have all their games day and date. But that's what it's gonna be like, bro. And they're gonna pretend they're not even gonna use the Xbox brand. The Xbox brand is gonna be dead. They're gonna use Microsoft brand. And they're gonna have a Microsoft branded motherfucking device that plays all the Xbox games, and your entire library will move over to that. If you want to go to that, your library will go with you. And if Sony allows it, I don't know what, but your library will go with Sony. If you already own this game and you get it on PlayStation, you own it on Xbox, that'll probably be free on PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep you buying Xbox products. They want it to be as painless as possible for you. So that's what they're going to end up doing. I believe that's what they're going to end up doing because they wanted every game to be digital in the first place. You know what I mean? And I believe that's what it is. That's what I believe it is. I believe that they have to get rid of the Xbox brand because Sony and Nintendo is not going to really have it all in their systems like that. And if they want to be on these systems where they make a lot of money, they could make a lot of money, they would have to get rid of that and have the Microsoft brand. But then they got to get rid of the console because they're competing with them. So it's not even that complicated if you think about it, bro. It's more as a businessman, it's not complicated for me because I worked for Coke for years and niggas get fired, bro. Like I've seen people get fired on the spot. People who've been there for 20 years get fired on the spot for having a Pepsi on their truck, bro. You know what I mean? You think about driving around you a Coke truck and you drinking a fucking Pepsi. How does that make Coke work?
Oh yeah.
You know, the brand is more important than money, bro, because the brand will always make you money. Money, you can use that, fine. You can make that cool, but if you don't have a brand, you're not gonna make money, not big money. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Xbox, the brand, didn't make money, didn't get popular because these other brands, which is Sony and Nintendo, no matter how much they fuck up, they make more money than Xbox did. And it happened with the PS3. It was Sony's worst console generation, and it sold more than Microsoft's best console generation. That let them know right there that there's no way they can compete with them. And we already know nobody can compete with Nintendo. Whatever they want to, they can just release something that these motherfuckers want. Animal Crossing, Pokemon, Mario, fucking Link, motherfucking Metroid, whatever, They have the brand set in stone. Most people call a PlayStation a Nintendo more than they will call a Nintendo a PlayStation. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's this brand and they don't have that brand. Microsoft, the name is a bigger brand than Xbox. But in gaming, Xbox is a bigger brand than Microsoft as far as what gamers know. But if they can get these Microsoft people, that's who they want in the first place, to jump over and start playing their games under the name of Microsoft, that'll help them on top of being able to be on PlayStation, Nintendo, and anybody else who has high brands, even Apple. So that's what I believe is happening. This meeting is going to be about that. and they are glass. They're glass. They put Sarah Bond in the glass ceiling. I don't know if y'all know what the glass ceiling is. Yeah, they put her in the glass ceiling.
I know a lot of people were upset to see Sarah Bond, or it be rumored that Sarah Bond was going to take the front lines for all this shit, right? They're like, hold on, Sarah Bond wasn't around when y'all were coming up with this cockamamie scheme. Like, why is she? And so, I think some people may be pleased, at least if the messaging is going to be bad, that they're now seeing Phil and Matt Booty going to be there. You know, because I have my reservations towards Phil. That's not a secret, and I definitely have my reservations toward Matt Booty. I mean, we talked about Matt Booty's role in this, him possibly being a Satya Nadella plant, because I feel that we knew what Microsoft's aim was for the future when we saw that Satya left Minecraft alone and didn't try for any exclusivity whatsoever. Like, you would have had Steve Ballmer, even if they would have lost money. You would have had Steve Ballmer. You would have had Donnie D try to do some type of exclusivity play. I think we learned everything that we needed from Satya. But let me ask you this, because a lot of people may hear what you just say and say, oh no, but we heard that there's 2 more SKUs being built on the console, whatever. I don't think that what you're saying is too far off, even if it is just an expectation or a guess or a guesstimate. Yeah, exactly. Because now we got Xbox influencers and people close to Xbox now saying the same shit. So that's why. Go ahead.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that's a red flag within itself, because these people, Microsoft follows these people. Like, if you go to Sarah Bond, she only follows 400 people, bro, and a lot of them are Xbox fanboys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they know the message. They see what's going on, and they haven't said nothing, even to them. But go ahead. That's a red flag within itself.
My question for you, because I asked Cold Blood this earlier, and Cold Blood, if you got any questions for Thrash, definitely interrupt me.
Yeah, I do, actually.
Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead. You can ask your question to Thrash. I'm done. Let me shut up.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you're saying they're gonna get rid of the Xbox brand on the Xbox podcast?
Yes. Yes. Okay, I say this. Bro. I know a lot about gaming history, bro. Let me ask you a question. What did Sega call it when they were about to discontinue get Dreamcast? What did they call that? Do you know?
No.
I'm making a documentary on this now.
I can't even remember.
They called it a business meeting. Dreamcast business meeting.
Wow.
So,
that's interesting.
It's like I said, bro. Like, I'm not just saying shit just to say it, bro. Like, I don't just sit there. I'm not one of those guessers, bro. I like to research. I love gaming, so I've been researching gaming since I was a kid. I research everything I do. You know what I'm saying? And bro, like I don't say shit for nothing, bro. That's why I've been right about 99%. No. Let me not go there. Like 92% of the shit I've said, I've been right about. And people be like, God, how the fuck? But it's like it's not like I'm a genius. I'm just, if you research what the fuck goes on, and plus me being in business, that helps a lot because I know the language. But just if you research, you'll be surprised at what you find, bro. You'd be surprised. Microsoft is doing the same thing that they did to the Zune, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Zune is going out the same way. Zune wasn't selling well as a piece of hardware, so they made Zune Pass. I don't know if y'all even know about that.
Yeah, I remember that. They made
Zune Pass. Yeah. They made Zune Pass, and then they put Zune Pass on other products, on PC and all that. And that's exactly what they put with Game Pass. PC Game Pass, same fucking stoop.
Yeah.
After they did all that, they changed the name from Zune Pass to something else.
Yeah.
And got rid of the console. Got rid of the hardware altogether, and just had it on other people's hardware to try to make money then. Then they phased it out when that wasn't successful. The same fucking route these companies go, because that's the route that you almost have to go. Like, if you find out you're spending the most money they're spending is money on making hardware. They're not a hardware company. Not like Sony. Sony got all kind of hookups. They can make a VR super cheap and have it up there with these, way more expensive one. They have that hookup. Microsoft has hookup in software. The most costly thing that they have is two things. It's going to be staff and it's going to be hardware. And they don't make money on hardware. So the first thing they're going to do is get rid of hardware, try to put everything on the cloud, everything on services, because that's what they specialize in. That's where their advantage is.
Exactly.
So that's why they're going to get rid of it. They're just not making money on it.
The CEO is the cloud guy. He comes from that ilk. That's what I'm saying. People
people don't know.
I talked about this in 2018 on this channel, Thrash, even when I was still like holding out hope for him and shit. I talked about this like, dude, Satya is running the ship. It wasn't Phil that brought you Minecraft. That was Satya's idea. Game Pass isn't even Phil's baby. That is of Satya's idea when he brought every single division head in Microsoft in here and said, and asked them, why should you exist? Why shouldn't I get rid of you? And B, when he said, how can you integrate cloud and services in what you do? That came directly from Satya.
That's what they want. Yeah. And there's a recent quote he said. What was our business is he wants everybody to be doing the same business, and that's cloud and services.
Cloud and services.
That's why this next Windows might be under a service, and they already announced it being on the cloud, right? Like like every part of their business is going to be a part of that. But my bad, go ahead.
Yeah, no. I just wanted to put that out there as a preface to my question. We're hearing this thing. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
We're hearing this thing where exclusives had nothing to do with this. Exclusives don't matter.
Okay.
I want to get your thoughts on that, because I totally disagree with that. You know, because people will say shit like, well, God of War only sold 20 million and there's 150 million. It's not getting supported. And I think people don't understand how, they don't understand the domino effect that exclusives create. But people are saying this had nothing to do with exclusive content. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, as far as exclusive, I remember hearing you say it earlier in the podcast too, about like you get an example of God of War. They sold this many PlayStations. They had this many PlayStations on the market, but yet they only sold this many X-Men God of Wars. Yep. These companies already know all of this. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like every company has the same type of thing going on. There's goals within the company, right? And one way to look at the goals is to see how much they spent on making this game, and then times that by 3, and that's usually their goal. Right. Yeah. So if they spend 200 million on something, at the very least, in order to call yourself in the green, you need to spend, you need to make 600 million. Yep. You know what I'm saying? For as an example, and that's like basics. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how much they expect. When it comes to God of War, they probably expected 100 million. You know, something more than 600 million. But if you're gonna call yourself okay and had a successful product, it has to make 3 times more than what you spent. Right? Yep. That's like the basics in business. Yep. And you know, they're not looking at how many consoles they have out there, because the console count don't matter to them as far as their first parties, how many games their first party sells. The console being out there is how many people they have available in their marketplace. Exactly. That's what people don't understand. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's 100% of the people who have a PlayStation also have access to every single game on PlayStation. Yeah. Right? Readily with the PlayStation Store. Right? So it's like, it's not just when it comes to the console, it's not just first party, it's third party, it's second party, it's music, it's Netflix, it's everything that's available on that PlayStation is now available, and that number is now leverageable in contracts and deal making. You know what I mean? That's why it's hard for Microsoft to get third party exclusives, because they don't have that user base to as a bargaining chip to say, hey, you have this many, and the more you have, the more chances you have to sell your product. Yeah. So it's just craziness, bro. Like I think it was a big mistake.
I think it was a big mistake for them to abandon second party and third party deals. I think that shot them in the foot, because that was the thing that they were good at. It wasn't like Halo. Don't get me wrong, Halo sold a lot, but shit, they were losing 29 million, 150 million when Halo was the predominant thing. Yeah, it was the other third party deals that they were making that kind of kept them in the game.
That helped them out.
Exactly.
Right. But you know what happened? Right?
What's that?
What happened, bro? games started costing more to make.
Yeah.
And developers started charging more to be on platforms.
Yeah.
That's why Phil Spencer said it himself. He said it costs more for us to get a third-party exclusive than it does for Sony. And it's because because Microsoft has to make up that loss for their game not being on the PlayStation.
Exactly.
That's how developers are going to look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
PlayStation is a gigantic marketplace. So it's like, you're going to take me away from that marketplace, how much you're going to pay me?
It's just numbers. If PlayStation is at 100 million and Xbox is only at 50 million, for PlayStation to say don't put it on that 50 million console is going to cost them less.
It's not going to hurt.
Yeah, exactly. For Microsoft to say, oh no, don't put it on that 100. Yeah, it's just numbers, but people don't get that stuff. So
yeah. If people don't get it, I be trying to help people on my channel to get it. Some do who come to my channel and watch. They do, because I try to break it down to that to make it so people understand my mind or what I see, because I see it differently, because that's just how my job is. I'm doing this shit right now. I do it every day, so it's like when I see these things and I'm like, people telling me, like one guy told me that Microsoft is going to have Sony by the balls with their first party games, and I'm laughing at them. I'm like, bro, they are begging Sony to put their shit on their fucking console, bro. There's no holding by the balls. If anybody, Sony probably like, you can put it on there, but we want 40%. Microsoft probably would have no choice.
Oh, they gonna increase the margins on them. Hey, bro, that'd be nasty. That'd be real nasty.
That's how I would do it. It's business, not personal. Like, you are my competition. Nigga, you want to make money off of our hard work that you tried your best to stop us from doing?
Yeah.
Like, Microsoft tried their best to stop them from making that money. Even took some of their customers. Now you want to put your shit on my shit? You want to make money off the shit I had to work hard to get? Yeah. I want 40%. Like, that's just how those talks go. Like, and people don't get it, and I don't know. And it's one thing I want y'all to think of too. One thing, because I know y'all don't know. I don't know if y'all how much history y'all know about Xbox. But have y'all heard of Bloody Valentines?
No.
With
doesn't ring a bell off the bat.
See, this is what makes this situation funny. I laughed at the date, right? Because Valentine's Day is this podcast is a day after Valentine's Day, right? Okay, yeah, that is right. When Xbox became a thing, there was a meeting with Bill Gates and Ballmer, and this was on Valentine's Day. Okay. They called it Bloody Valentine's Day because that nigga Bill Gates walked in there and said, this shit right here is bullshit. You're supposed to get everything. This is when he was like basically gonna shut down Xbox. Like, no, we're not gonna do this console shit. I don't want to do it this way. And that was Bloody Valentine's Day, and that's basically they talked him into doing it because they mentioned Sony. It's coming full circle, bro. That's how Xbox was born. Xbox was born on Valentine's Day. It is going to die the day after Valentine's Day, bro. Yeah. That's what's nuts about that shit. I'm gonna let Cold Blood slide in with another question if he got one. But I just want to say this real quick. Again, thank y'all for the 64 that are here. We know 60 out of the 64 here are purely for King Thrash. We get it. And we thank y'all for being here. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, please. You know what I'm saying? It helps us a lot in the algorithm. If y'all want to hear more statistics and numbers and shit like that, and whenever King Thrash can come on through, I'm gonna say this real quick, and then I'm gonna let Cold Blood slide in with any other questions. Again, what I'm saying here is not for those of y'all that like this new Xbox. If you like this new Xbox, if you like the services model, if you don't mind the third-party aspects of it, you like what you like. I've never had a problem with that. My conversations are catered around those that are like me, Thrash, Cold Blood, that look at that AAA genre-defining market. We understand how AAA games define gaming in so many enthralling ways, and we're like, yo, steel sharpens steel. Where is the competition here? We're having the conversation with those that believe that Xbox would still be in that fight because of the lack of transparency of what the execs would say whenever this shit would come to bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like when Phil sat down with Jazz in the light of the whole third party talks, instead of addressing that, he says, oh no, we ain't got no plans for Game Pass to come to PlayStation. What that got to do with the T in China? We ask, you know what I'm saying?
there are gamers that are upset about this, that are confused about this, and a lot of y'all shouldn't have been confused. Y'all should have just followed what your boy was doing. But they're upset, confused, and we're talking to y'all. Those of y'all that like the product for what it is, this conversation ain't for y'all. Y'all more than welcome to stay here too. Hit that like button too if you're entertained.
The like button, nigga, subscribe, yeah.
But we're talking to those that, feel something because they were part of that conversation. Cold Blood, you have any other questions for Thrash?
Oh, only a joke one. Is this gonna be a state of play?
Wait, what? Am I gonna be? Is this gonna be a state of play?
Yeah.
Are you saying are Microsoft games gonna be a state of play?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, I can't say how soon, but hell yeah. Hey, think about it like this: you seen Sega games at Nintendo show like 2 years after Sega went out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had that Sonic and Mario Olympics. I think that was the first one they was together in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's
that.
bro. Like, of course you're gonna see it, bro. And Microsoft gonna help with the marketing. You know?
Shit.
Yeah. It's their games. Like Sony, like I don't gotta sell your shit. You gotta sell your shit.
Yeah.
You know? You want to be in state of play? How much you gonna pay?
Yep.
You know? Straight up and down. So it's like. And that's if this all happens. Microsoft, Phil Spencer can do some dumb shit and probably talk these niggas into continue to lose money and whatever. But I'm just saying that my theory is based on the best way to make money.
Yeah.
The best way for them to make money would be to get rid of the Xbox console, put their games on all platforms. And I'm not saying that on no console war shit. I'm just saying it on as far as Microsoft continuing to make Xbox games. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, I don't think it gotta be. I don't think you have a showcase just to say, oh no, everything's status quo. All right, have a good night. I don't think you do that.
Right.
I mean, you don't have a business show for that. I think what's going to happen is you're going to hear some heartburn. You might hear some positive stuff, some cool stuff there too to balance it out.
Oh yeah,
I think hypothetically, what's fair to expect is you might hear from Hi-Fi Rush. You might not hear anything else at this showcase because they probably want people. They want the panic to die down, and they want the zealots to come back out and say, see, ain't nothing happening. It's going to be still the same Xbox. But I think what's going to happen is after this business showcase, you're going to start getting driblets of shit. You're going to start finding out Sea of Thieves is coming out next. Then later you'll hear about Indiana Jones. We already had Tom Warren of The Verge say there is a big game coming that's going to shock the Xbox community. You know what I mean? Now you're going to start hearing more and more driblets. So I wouldn't go into Thursday thinking that they're going to sit there and say, oh my, well, we got something to tell you, Bert. No, they ain't gonna do that. They're gonna frame it as positive as can be, right, Thrash? And then you're gonna start hearing driblets from there. So
they're gonna start with good news, or is they gonna start with news that makes that's supposed to calm you down? They're gonna be like, we're still gonna make hardware. The Game Pass your Game Pass library will still be with you. Like whatever the fuck they came up with, they're gonna come up with that good shit first.
Yeah.
They might not even mention games coming to PlayStation. They might just say games coming to other platforms. It's most likely what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna make a re-release of the Titanfall joint for
I'm sure. I mean, I think Gears are still good on PlayStation. I think, you know what I'm saying, Halo may or may not sell good on the old ones, at least. The old Gears, the old Halos. Yeah. You know, remake those. You make money. I'll buy it day one. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of Gears. So it's like, at the end of the day, they've been saying the console war is over. They've been saying that PlayStation isn't their competition. They've been saying that they want to be on all devices, and they meant all devices, you know? Yeah. And they're not going to continue to lose money just so you Xbox fans can say, ha ha pony, you know, because that's basically what's been going down. They don't care about your console.
That's the most confusing part, because I see people who I know, they post shit personally, and a lot of them, Thrash, are in business like you and I and others. But they throw all that to the wind and believe all this. Like Microsoft is, they're as far as evaluation, they're going back and forth with Apple. They didn't get there by paying attention to your feelings on Twitter. Was Phil able to maybe placate and say, nah, we need to give this a try. Let's try to go exclusive with Bethesda. But Satya and Amy were sitting back there like, if this shit don't work, then we're going full throttle with what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'll give you a chance, Phil. And I don't, and can you speak to that? To the community being so shocked. Do you think that it's the content creators' fault? You know, the ones that was talking about the 40 to 50 frame deltas. Is it their fault, or is it the community's fault for just absorbing and believing this shit?
It's both. I tried to tell Cody Eastwood when I last spoke to him on Tim's thing, but he left too fast. But these guys had the power to make Microsoft make games better.
Yeah,
they had the power just because they had so many of their customers listening to them.
Yeah.
Imagine if like RDX and Colt got together and whoever else big in the Xbox space, they all got together and had the same message and said, "Hey, we need to tell Microsoft. Let's all go to Twitter right now and have Microsoft fucking and give Microsoft a piece of our mind about these badass games, about fucking Redfall, whatever."
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
They could have made changes in that way. That's how much power they didn't know that they had. Instead, they just basically found ways to say this is okay. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They found ways to say, oh, this game is okay. It's okay. We're gonna have this much power, or PlayStation isn't doing it, but you know, like whatever Xbox did bad, oh, PlayStation did it too, or whatever the fuck type of excuse they made up. They chose to do this, so it's like both. They chose to listen to it because a lot of these Xbox fans aren't stupid. Gamers aren't stupid people, bro. We know more than what we should know about the products we buy. We know who made them. We know when they coming out. We know who the motherfucking graphic designer is and all this fucking
Thank you, bro.
bullshit.
Exactly. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We are very smart customers. You know, you can't ask somebody who's fucking buying a fucking steak sandwich where the fucking warehouse of the steak is. You know,
exactly.
You're not asking that. You know, we are very intricate. So I know that niggas is not stupid, bro. Yeah. It's just that they chose to be in order to feel good about the situation of Xbox. Yeah. And that's what it turned into. It turned into a whole PlayStation bad, type. Xbox good.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I trust me, Thrash, I know, because, you know, I was in them groups, and it was less about Microsoft is doing great opposed to, man, I fucking hate PlayStation. That's what it was about, bro. That was the energy of the conversations. I don't like this because he likes PlayStation. It's more, I felt like there was an energy by a lot of these creators that, just don't like PlayStation. Maybe it's the cockiness of the community they feel or whatever, more so than they love Xbox. Because you'll see it too. When they can't brag about Xbox versus PlayStation, they'll hop to Nintendo over PlayStation. I started seeing that. I'm like, what the fuck? What is that got to do with
that too? Yeah.
Like
they want to continue a console war that's been over for the past 3-4 years. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It's been over before that. You know?
Well, it helps them. It helps their bottom line. It helps their super chat. It helped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it's about. Yeah, that's exactly what it's about. I mean,
and the thing, and you'll have some of these creators. Go ahead.
Huh, you say what?
No, I was gonna say you have some. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, but no, you go. It's your podcast. Go. I'll go.
I was gonna say you have some creators that'll say, but I spoke out against this. Yeah, you did for like a hot second, but as soon as Phil Spencer or somebody came out with some cockamamie, ambiguous shit that didn't address the question, then you went right back.
Yep.
To play game. But go ahead, bro.
Directly. Yeah. No, I was gonna say I saw a video. I'm making you know, I'll be making my little clown, my trolling videos, I call them, you know. My videos that, you know, make people laugh. I be playing music and shit, you know, I do my shit different. And
I can't wait for it, bro.
I got one what's that nigga name? Dirk Griggity. See, I don't know why they don't like to say names. I like to say names.
Oh man.
I'm gonna talk about you. I'm a clown, y'all. It's not like I hate you. I'm just I'm gonna, you know, I ain't gonna disrespect you by not saying your name. But Dirk Riggedy said, somebody sent me a clip of Dirk Riggedy saying, what is King Thrash gonna do when the Xbox is gone? Right? He's already given up. Like, basically, he's giving up. Like, man, this shit, my channel gonna be gone. But he's like, what is King Thrash gonna do? And he be doing my voice and shit. I be laughing at that shit. But I guess these motherfuckers don't know who the fuck I am, bro. So I'm gonna have to make a video showing motherfuckers exactly what I'm gonna be doing. Like my channel isn't just based on the console war, bro. I make all kind of videos, dog.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't mind the console war stuff. I was just saying earlier, I was big up in your channel. I was like, the U and Z or the raunchy channels that I listen to, because again, look, we all pop shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm watching the Super Bowl last night. My team is the Chiefs, but I'm from Pittsburgh, bro. So I'm hated here. So all my, I'm calling all my homies up and talking shit, and they like, fuck you. Get hit by a semi truck. They said all types of crazy shit to me. And I don't mind that. That's the comical part about it. I think it's fun, but I think it's when people are honestly making business decisions off this stuff or using their wallet to rhetoric. And like you said, it's the not the duplicity, but I think the double-edged sword of your channel, to where you could joke around and fuck around with people too, but at the same time, when you're getting serious, you're really breaking stuff down, and people's like, okay, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So really appreciate it.
I mean, it's all about, like I said, like when I made my channel, bro, I made it because I'm from the hood. I can't help from where I'm from, bro. I'm not embarrassed about where I'm from. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I worked my way up out of the hood, kind of still in the hood, but out of the hood, working my way up out of it. But I can't help where I'm from, and I'm proud of my people. And in the hood, man, we game a lot. And being on YouTube, and all I see is these nerd ass niggas, that I can't really relate to on the shit that they say, Yeah. And my channel was half based on that, and then the other half is at the same time watching these nerd ass niggas. I would watch them lie about gaming. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I wanted a channel that's gonna relate to who I am and be who I am. I'm gonna be myself, but at the same time, I want it to be factual too. You know what I'm saying? I might joke around. I might, because I'm a jokester, bro. Nobody can fuck with me when it comes to these jokes. I'll make up shit on the fly, but at the same time, I love gaming, bro. I grew up with this shit, bro. This shit low key saved a nigga. You know what I mean? Like if I wasn't gaming, I'd be out there either dead or in jail.
Bro, I was in the same boat. I was headed down the wrong path, and my peoples grabbed me up and said, "Nah, man, you too smart for this." And then they showed me the anime and the gaming and all that nerd shit. You know what I'm saying? And
all that nerd shit. That's now not even nerd shit no more. Like, it's like we made that motherfucker no longer.
It's part of the culture now. Exactly. But the bad part of it, Thrash, is now that it's part of the mainstream culture, now you got a lot of people that just want to belong to factions. So they're listening to these creators. They don't know nothing about gaming, like how you said you're breaking down shit and trying to show them the history. They don't know nothing about gaming, so they just join these factions. Yeah, suck it, pony, and all this, shit without knowing. Like I said, like how we have on the screen. Exclusives do matter. This was settled in 2014. What is we talking about today? People just want to belong. Well, I don't understand. This was elementary back to us, Thrash, and now we got to reinvent the wheel. We got to reinvent history all over again, because it's become part of the mainstream, and people just want to belong to their favorite personality. It's sad, you know what I mean? So
it's sadness. Yeah, a lot of them don't have that. That's why I keep saying a lot of them have power. A lot of these personalities out there, they have power that they don't know that they have. But a lot of them have that power, but don't really care for Xbox. I noticed that shit as well, or PlayStation. I've seen a lot of guys who pretend to love PlayStation and don't really like play. Don't even know nothing about PlayStation. I went to an Xbox channel, and I asked him about the Three Horizons. And I know many people don't know about the Three Horizons, but this is something that even Phil Spencer spoke on. You know what I mean? And the Three Horizons. Right now, we're currently in the Third Horizon. Okay. And I have a whole documentary on the Three Horizons, and that's basically a business change. Every business, well, not every, but most businesses, especially in retail business, there's a Three Horizons, to where you have the money that you make now. That's Horizon 1. Horizon 2 would be the transition into Horizon 3, which would be the new normal way to make money. And Microsoft's old way was traditional gaming. They use backwards compatibility and services like Game Pass to transition over to the cloud and services that they're trying to do now. Right now, we're in Horizon 3. This is the final transition of getting out of Horizon 1, transitioning over to Horizon 3. And this is stuff that Phil Spencer said. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's like, man, it's like I try to like keep people aware and alert, but I'm called a retard and stupid, and I'm lying, and it's just like, bro, I'll give you the link. Like,
yeah.
So it's just, I don't know. It's not a surprise to me as to what's happening, because it's been happening for a while.
That's the thing about the crumb side, bro. And I've been trying to explain to people, because now crumb side activity, where I'm not going to debate what you're saying, I'm going to just attack you as a person. That's the premier way, and that's why I shoot it back to these creators, these same creators that did that. Now they're saying the same exact shit. There may be a little bit of difference in the nuance on how they got here, but you ended up in the same space anyway. Now they're saying the same shit that you're saying. What is it that you would be? What is it that you say? Because we're going to close out a little bit. I'm going to try to jump into some Helldivers too. Have you played Helldivers, by the way?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are your thoughts on it? If I ask you this final question, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I don't even like service games, but it's not really a service game. You know what I mean? And me and my homies, we playing it right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
I've been fiending
it's not
for
really
it,
a
bro.
service game. It's just a multiplayer game.
Me and Cold Blood we played on Friday, yelling and cursing each other out, and I've been fiending for it ever since. I had to go do some business shit. I couldn't back. I got to get back to this. I would love to have you for another hour, but I got to get some gaming on too and shit. And that's another thing too. Before I ask you this, I want to give kudos to you, because I think a problem that the Xbox community has ran into why Game Pass and shit. Well, I think that theory, as far as it helping Xbox compete with PlayStation the way a lot of these community members wanted to, was dead in the water, for the simple fact that services don't work with the average gamer. The average gamer only buys 2 games a year. They have like 9 games in their catalog. We hardcore gamers play a lot of games, but Game Pass would only work if the average casual gamer would adopt into it, and that's not going to happen. But I think what made it even worse is when you have these content creators and so forth in the community, like you said, they want to sit there and create this content about the Sony fanboy this and do this. They ain't playing these fucking games, bro. They're not showing you how great, quote unquote, Game Pass is. Meanwhile, even though you'll talk your shit, I've seen you, bro, since day one. Go and had the fight battles and all this other stuff. You and Sick and all that other stuff playing games. That's another so that's another reason why I think Satya is at a boiling point, for lack of a better term. Like, why are we still placating to them? They're not even helping the brand. They're just focused. They're talking more about PlayStation, you know what I'm saying, than the PlayStation people are. Like, what are we doing?
They see that they're in it for the money. They're in it for YouTube chain.
Exactly. Yeah, they're not. Most of them are. I'm not going to say all. There are some, but most of them are not playing the games. They're not showing the game footage. They're not doing the let's plays and all the other stuff where you be doing that. So kudos to you for that. But what was my? Damn it! I ran into another spill and forgot my last question. Fuck. Oh well.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead, Cold Blood. Yeah, I'll let you close out.
What's up?
So, oh no, it's Alex been saying the whole weekend that Helldivers 2 is pay to win. Is it because he can pirate it?
Oh shit!
It's because he's never played it. Anybody who's played it knows it's not pay to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On top of that, Alex is a PC guy who uses Xbox to make money, right? And it could be because he's, he can't pirate it because he's a pirating guy. And since they have it as a live service, you're not gonna be able to pirate it. And I think that's why Sony is allowing multiplayer games day and date on PC. But Alex, I wouldn't take serious. Alex is gonna have to figure out what he's gonna do with his channel once Xbox is gone. All these years of saying PlayStation fans are mad and salty about Xbox, and Xbox is dying at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So what are PlayStation fans really mad about? You know what I mean? What are we jealous? What does Xbox have for PlayStation fans to be mad about if Xbox fans don't even want it? Because if they did, Xbox wouldn't be going out. Yeah. So, and they wouldn't be trying to put their games on PlayStation. So, what's to be salty about? Like, just think on that. Like, he's not a guy you listen to, bro. And trust me, I've heard him save videos and make videos and seen him make videos that are good videos. Like when he's really talking about gaming. He's a knowledgeable gaming person, but he has this personality that makes him more money than him being a knowledgeable gamer. You know? So it is what it is.
A lot of creators are now going to have to figure some things out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I've been there with Stadia. I'm a tech enthusiast. I like what the platform was providing as far as its potential and all the other stuff. And then when they got uprooted, you know what I'm saying, we had to figure out what else we were going to do with content. I mean, that's just the throes. That's just the throes of how things work. But yeah, man, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong if you base your content on telling truths. You know what I'm saying? Telling truths and trying to help people see what's out there. And at the end of the day, if I tell you the truth and you see what's out there and you still want to go with Xbox, that's fine. You play the way that you want to play, just as long as you know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? Same with PlayStation or anything else. You know what I'm saying? So, Truth
will prevail every time.
Exactly.
But you know, people are making money. People making money off the lies. Ain't gonna be making money off the lies no more. You know, there's only so much you can lie about.
Yeah, man. Well, you know what? I'll close out with that. Thrash. A lot of these creators are now saying, you know what? We can never trust Xbox again unless they explicitly say this. It's my theory that if Phil comes out Thursday and says something that could be spun, it's going to be like this was and never was. They're going to go back to the same content and deceiving people and getting super chat for it. Do you agree with that, or you think that this is like a different time now?
No, well, it depends. Like I said, it depends on what Microsoft says.
Yeah,
I mean, they could go and say we're going to change our brand, but we're going to use the Surface team to make a handheld, and they'll be pushing that handheld like no tomorrow.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
They're gonna look at what their crowd is. They're gonna look at the people who watch them, and if they have something that's from Xbox or can be considered Xbox, they could probably go that route, but they're gonna still lose in that route because if the games are coming to PlayStation, they literally have no ammo for the console war.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, what you gonna say? Aha, ponies, we got Hellblade 2. And we're like, yeah, so do we, nigga. Like, what's so good about it? So,
facts.
You know, it depends on how you go.
Hey, Thrash, appreciate you coming, bro. Man, we got to do this again. If I can find time, if y'all don't mind, because I work in this part of the business that I'm working on. We're like in this rec center doing shit for the community. So if you don't mind me pausing in and out, I'll be more than glad to jump in to the round table or whatever. We'll wrap behind the scenes, man. We'll definitely make it happen. But I really appreciate you coming through, bro. Giving us a second chance. I have sinned. I'm glad that you came back, giving us a second chance, man. You really been enlightening to our listeners, and we appreciate it, man. So.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure, anytime.
I put King Thrash's link in the chat. Please follow the channel if you're not following it already. Great stuff, entertaining, funny, and informative stuff. All right, what would you say, Cold Blood? I'm sorry.
Get educated.
Yeah, get educated out here. All right, y'all. We're gonna close out. You can go to pntsnetwork.com/MM2K gaming, or just go to pntsnetwork.com. We're going to go through a rebranding, but go there right now to look up all of our content. If you want additional content, we got mounds and mounds of Members Plus stuff. If you want additional stuff, like I said, there was some capping done over the weekend. I'm going to address the capping because people out there are on the extremes of both sides. I'm going to address it, but I'm going to do it for the Members Plus. And also, come and join us at MM2K here. I'm going to put it in the chat. It's MM2K Gaming Streams. That's where we're going to play some Helldivers. YouTube.com/@MM2K Gaming Streams, because we got to separate the gaming from the news talk, because we're a smaller channel and YouTube don't like when we combine the two. But check us out there. That's where we're going to be doing Helldivers after we get things set up. Appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. King Thrash, real quick, if you want to close out, let people know where they can find you at, good brother.
Like I said, nowhere.
Oh, he left. He rolled. Okay. All right, I put the link in the chat. So we're out.
Oh,
go
you
ahead,
said
brother.
fresh, sorry.
Yeah. No, but go ahead. Go ahead, Cold Blood. Where can they find you at, brother?
I'm sorry, Fresh.
Oh, no.
Here on this channel. That's where you find me.
He said, you ain't getting my address, motherfucker. All right.
I'm not doxing myself. Like all these motherfuckers on Xbox say, you ask them about the game attack.
They're going through a lot of trial and tribulation. There's a lot of confusion out there. I think Thrash spoke to it on point, man. Maybe a little bit of both. You can blame the creators, but I see a lot of y'all that do stuff in real life that should have known better. They really should have known better. And again, I want to close out by saying this is very important. We are happy if you're entertained by this discussion, but every discussion isn't for every demographic of gamer. There are a subsect of gamers that love the direction that Xbox is going in. They love the aspect of being able to play it on multiple platforms. There's nothing wrong with that. I just ask that you don't look across the bow and start looking down your nose at those that are upset about this, because they're all not fanboys. There are people that had tough decisions to make. Damn, where am I going to spend my $500? Everybody isn't blessed and as fortunate as we are. I've told stories and the personal stories about people that I had to help out in regards to gaming. Some had a decision to make. They may prefer Xbox content, and they may not necessarily get in the Game Pass. When you look at the numbers, it's not like every Xbox owner or even half of Xbox owners have Game Pass when you look across Xbox One and Xbox Series generations. So those that don't have Game Pass, where Game Pass isn't an impact to them because it doesn't suit them, right? To see Xbox content go elsewhere, they're sitting there saying to themselves, fuck. Instead of spending my $500 here, I could have spent my $500 and got a Switch or got a PlayStation, because I could have got that Xbox content I prefer and some of that PlayStation shit that I'd be looking at too. Like, damn, I want some of that too. So everybody's not a fanboy in this space that's upset. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with if you're okay with this direction. But please don't look down your nose at those that have an issue. Understand what's going on in totality.
Boss,
do your research. Yes, sir.
I have an issue with what you said.
You have an issue with who?
With you.
Well, what did I do? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What'd I do, bro?
If someone has only $500, yeah, mm-hmm. and just looks at the fucking list of games that came out for each system, mm-hmm. You say you want an Xbox. You have nobody else to blame but yourself.
Damn, Cole, you ain't gonna be so goddamn cool.
No, if you got the launch Xbox, you're an absolute idiot. Because there was nothing there but Falconeer. So if you had $500, nah, hell no. I would never choose Xbox.
I'm going to side a little bit differently here. Here's why. There was a lot, and this is where you can look at the creators that was talking this RDNA shit and all this other stuff, 40 to 50 frame deltas, and now telling you, well, wait 4 to 5 years when the tools come out. And tools don't mean nothing now, do they? There was a lot of...
If you don't know who Dealer and Cold are, well, and you listen to these idiots, well, you have nothing. No, you have nothing, and nobody else.
I can't agree.
But yourself.
I respect that opinion. I can't agree with it because it takes time to see that these people are just placating. The first few around,
it took 10 minutes of their podcast to know their fucking Xbox shells.
And then you got the executives too showing up on the shows, retweeting their shit. If you're not a console warrior and you're new to this, I know because I went through this through experience. I've experienced. If you don't understand the dynamic of everything that's going on, it is easy for you to be fooled. But years after years of, once you hear what they're saying and then you see what happens, then yeah, I'm with you, Cold Blood. You shouldn't be fooled anymore. But I can understand how some people can get fooled up front.
That told you VR is coming for Xbox and never did.
What'd you say?
The same execs that told you VR is coming for Xbox and never did.
Yeah, but you may have not caught that. You may have just came in on the scene.
I caught that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But you got to think out of your own shell. There are a lot of gamers that are new to this space that was like that. Hear all this fervor.
I didn't know nobody but Crap Gamer back then from your crowd. when I first found out about the crumb sign, how you call it?
Yeah.
That motherfucker been the most biggest idiot I saw on the internet. I was laughing my ass off. I just was thinking like, how can someone be that much of a fanboy of a fucking console? Back then, the whole what's it called? The whole concept of it was just completely.
I think it was more obvious
weird to me.
I think it was obvious for those who back then, when you're talking about in the crap gamer in that era, I'm talking about this more recently, like if you were coming into this in 2020, 2021, which there were a number of newer people coming in this around that time, and you looked and you heard some of this stuff and you saw execs from Microsoft, like this parasocial relationship really flew out of the cuckoo's nest in 2020, 2021. And I predicted it. There was an Xbox creator that I used to work with. And even though I agree nothing with Xbox, I told them, I said, you need to get your ass out there and you need to get an Xbox podcast because this shit's about to blow up, son. And they were kind of hesitant. And then somebody else came on the scene and convinced them, and the rest is history. They've done well for themselves. So I could see the parasocial relationship really going into the atmosphere. But even with that, if you came in around the 2020, 2021 era, there was a lot of smoke and mirrors being crafted around some sound voices. Now, maybe, maybe a Cold Eastwood, maybe you could smell it from a mile away and say, no, this motherfucker is just placating. But there was some other voices that you would be like, you know what, that sounds reasonable. And they're breaking down the RDNA and the 12 teraflops. And you're thinking, shit, that's the console. I could see how you were fooled if you came in during that slice of the conversation. But now we're 3 to 4 years past that. In year 2, year 1, you should have been like, hold on, ain't none of this shit coming true. Like, nah, this is some other shit. I don't feel bad for those that were clinging on to I definitely don't feel bad for those, like you said, Cold Blood, that came in when you came in, hearing the shit that you were hearing. Because I was an Xbox fanboy to the death, bro. And when I started seeing this shit, I was like, whoa, my very first video on this channel was Phil Spencer got a promotion and I'm not celebrating. This is amidst me battling Porter Rock. The individual that we just brought on, King Thrash, he'll tell you. This was amidst all that. Phil Spencer got a promotion and I'm not celebrating. So even I could see it. Me being green to this as well, listening to Z, and then y'all was threatening next gen 720. Check out the channel. He's the bot father. Y'all was threatening him. Y'all called the Diabetic American Association on him because he said Xbox games were sweet. Y'all said y'all was going to catch him on his front porch and knock his ass out of his Pumas. Y'all was dead ass serious. Cold Blood. Content creators tried to band together to call the police on Z. This is how extreme it got. So yeah, in that era, bro, it was sick. That's what prompted us to make the show the best damn podcast period, because we said the best thing to do is to put a spotlight on us and clown y'all. And then they finally stopped. You know what I'm saying? But this was the type of shit that was going on back then. But then they kind of got a little bit more sly. That's what I'm trying to say. They got a little bit more sly in the 2020, 2021 era. And I can understand at the initial purchase, you being fooled. But this is where I fall with Cold Blood. After some time, after seeing shit not coming to fruition and them changing up their game plan, you should have known better. I don't feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. But I get where some people are upset, like, damn.
Wait, I called out Z the first day. He said, 12 T-flops bigger than 10. Don't talk about power no more.
Yeah.
Drop that shit.
Yeah.
Well, I told him those 12 T-flops ain't doing shit.
Ain't gonna do nothing.
Trust me.
We
and he said, drop that shit. Drop that shit.
We laughed. Remember, we laughed at Mark.
Keep it only to the exclusive games you got, Pony. Well, I did. Well, and it looks like I was right. with both. The 12 T-flops being bullshit, and having the exclusive games is that mattered for this generation.
Here's an interesting tweet out here. I don't know what y'all going through. I know we said we was going to close down, but just we on a roll right now. We were on a roll ever since King Thrash came on here, but I want to show you guys something. Check this out. So this is from Zuby Tech. You know, take it as you will. This is the tweet about the Xbox business podcast.
You mean the
and then there's a
dev game shit?
What'd you say? Oh yeah. And then the dev game, yeah. The official account for game development, empowering creators and gamers across all platforms. Take it as you will. I just saw it and thought it was interesting. But no, I'm gonna say to that, Cold Blood, I learned, because remember, and I did videos too laughing at Mark Cerny. Say, look at this odd looking creature, and saying, in that rapid pack math, I was part of those conversations laughing at Mark Cerny. But when I got my Xbox One X and I was joking with Cold Blood because I almost risked it all for y'all. I can't, for those that don't know, I can't come on camera because of the business. I work for a Fortune 500 company, and I do some official business to where I would have to go to them and get permission to get on camera. That's how serious it is. And they're going to tell me no. So to try to like slither through, that whole thing, I just don't come on camera. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not allowed to even do an interview. Like, if something were to happen on my street and I were to talk to the local news, hey, Mr. So-and-so, what happened on your street? If my likeliness were to go on TV, I could get fired. That's how crazy it is. But there's a multitude of reasons that I can't speak to. But that's the thing. I almost risked it all because I was so excited as an Xbot. The day that I bought my Xbox One X, I did a launch. I did a launch pickup. My business partner now, he was with me because we were on our way somewhere, and he was like, "Damn, you excited?" I was like, "Bro, film me. I'm about to open this shit." I was on camera and everything, bro. And something was like, "Yeah, don't do that. It ain't even worth it, man. It ain't even worth it. Because if they catch it, then that's your ass, and then your wife is going to throw you on the porch like Fred Flintstone did to Dino. Nope, don't do it." But when the Xbox One X came out, Cold Blood, and I'm playing games on it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool. But then I saw the $200 fucking PlayStation 4 Slim that I was renting from Aaron's for $20 a week, and God of War on that looked better than everything on my Xbox One X. I said, hell no. I said, how did that happen? Rapid pack math. That Mark Cerny is a genius, man. That's when I said, God damn it, Microsoft, can you do something right? My $20 PlayStation 4 Slim that I rented for $20 a month versus my $500 Xbox One X. I said, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? I was about to risk it all for this piece of shit. I was mad as hell, bro. But Mark Cerny's a genius, man. Call him whatever you want. He's a weirdo, whatever. Yeah, he's the weirdo that PlayStation need, man. He carrying them on his back, bro. I said that to you
the day this Road to PS5 came out.
You sure
didn't want to listen.
You sure did. You did. But I had a PlayStation 5 day one, bro. And I remember the cloud. Shout out to the cloud community. I love y'all.
Yeah, but I know y'all been ignoring him.
Yeah. No, you sure did. But I had a PlayStation 5 day one because I'm a gamer with a capital G. Even though I predominantly game on GeForce Now because I love GeForce Now, PlayStation is my favorite console because I gotta have them exclusives, man. We playing. I can't imagine not being able to play Helldivers. I'm itching. I'm fiending. I'm scratching my neck like Dave Chappelle, Tyrone Biggums. Lips is all chalky and shit. I need some Helldivers too, man. That's just the way that it is. I gotta have those games. But I'm a gamer with a capital G. And I remember when my cloud gaming friends were all mad at me. Why are you getting the PlayStation? It's about to. I'm like, I'm a gamer. I go wherever the games are at. And I can support cloud gaming. Cloud gaming can be my predominant way of gaming, but I'm not telling anybody to skip out on what they like. Like, I'm not telling you if you like the direction that Xbox is going into, if you had no reservations about them battling in the AAA genre defining space that means nothing to you whatsoever, ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Do what you want to do. But there are gamers who got caught up in some of the slyness that happened in 2020, 2021 that are upset. They ain't got nothing to do with fanboying. And they're having a lot of heartache. And those are the people we're having a conversation with right now. So, all right, with that said, let me see if I can get out of here, get some oh shit. My wife is going to be home in 30 minutes. This is going to be a rough, this is going to be a rough sell. Let me wrap the cold blood, see what we can do. But thank you, King Thrash, for coming through. Thank y'all for the 50 people. Again, hit that like button, please. Please hit the like button.
Bums.
Come on. Hit the like button. We got 47 people in here.
What's so hard to click it?
Yeah, it doesn't cost you a dime to click it. And check out our channel. Please go to the channel. Check out the other our Members Plus channel, where the content, when it originally hits there, it's for our members or Patreon members. Matter of fact, let me put this in here. Patreon.com/PNTS Network.
The day this podcast is coming out, we're gonna have an open mic session.
Oh, you want to have open mic? Yeah.
Oh yeah. After the podcast, we want to hear everybody.
Yeah. Yep. Again, and I don't.
If you cry, or are happy, or indifferent, or you're the type of gamer that says, I'm out completely.
Yeah.
Forever. I want to hear all of it.
JRock79 just subscribe. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah. Let's come and check us out, man. We really want to hear from people. We are going to have an open mic session. Definitely join the channel. We thank y'all so much. All right. With that said, let's do this. Is there anything else that I can? No, I think that's all we need. Check out the description to get access to our other channels. I do a pre-show to these, and I do it on Twitch. So if you watch content on Twitch too, no. That's not right. It's twitch.com/TV. Twitch.tv/HNDC Hub. I do pre-shows and I do content on Twitch, so definitely go there if you want to see the pre-show to this. All right, we're gonna get out of here. I got to chat to Cold Blood in there, but thank you, Thrash, for coming through. We're gonna have more people on as we do this shit, and then we're gonna talk some gaming. Also, be here on Fridays. That is our podcast. NRO podcast, our flagship podcast, where we talk everything happening in the gaming week. This definitely is going to be on the radar as well as some other stuff happening in the gaming sector. So until then, have a wonderful.
Phil Spencer on you.
We'll get Phil Spencer on there. He'll come on.
No, I'm serious.
Like Phil.
You have to work for the content. So get on it. We need answers.
I'm gonna call Phil. I'm gonna say, Phil, how you doing, bro? What you got to say about going third party? We have no plans to put Game Pass on PlayStation. Goodbye. Just come up with some shit like, you know what I'm saying? What you got to say about Sea of Thieves coming to PlayStation? We have no plans to put Game Pass on PlayStation. But you know what I mean? Shout out to Project Storm in the chat. What's up, bro? Hey, I don't know if you talked to Snow Bunny, Project Storm, but they're looking to do a reunion after all the dust settles. So classic PNTS, legacy PNTS people, just go ahead and just rap the Snow Bunny. That's all I'm going to say. And if anybody got, I can reach out to Doc. I love Doc. Doc Dark is the homie. We used to do a podcast, me, Storm, Snow Bunny, Tron, Proper's Place used to be on there as well. We did a show called The Commission, where we popped a lot of shit about gaming and stuff like that. And Doc's been getting away with some stuff out here in these gaming streets. It's time, I'm saying, we're gonna throw Cold Blood in there. It's time that there's a reckoning. There's a reckoning. I like this new feisty Doc Dark. You know what I'm saying? Don't believe what they're saying, gamers. Don't believe what they're saying. I like this new. Bring that feisty shit over to the commission reunion, bro. Bring it over, brother.
Hold the line. Hold the line.
Hold the line. Yeah. Come bring it over, bro.
Hold these nuts, right?
Nah, I ain't gonna. We love you, Doc. We love you. But more to come on that later as we figure things out. But y'all, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for the love. Be here. Check us out so y'all know when we go live. And until next time, have a wonderful gaming day. Peace.